Here we're doing a cross-section through an anther, and you can kind of see them circling around the style or stigma there in the center. And I think at this stage they kind of look like little butterflies to me. So they have the microsporangia kind of in the middle there, and then the filament, poking out, and that microsporophyll is just wrapped right around the microsporangium, giving 4 chambers, and then some special tissue in here, the filament. And if we look closer up at each one of the microsporangia, it is several cell layers thick, and at earlier stages, like now, we have a layer of nutritive tissue called the tapetum, and the tapetum is going to be responsible for the outer layer of our pollen grains called the exine that really make those pollen grains very hardy. And inside that layer of tapetum, depending on what stage you're looking at, you may have microsporocytes, which would be the youngest stage, and they would undergo meiosis to give us microspores, and then the microspores would undergo mitosis to give us the microgametophyte. The stage that we're at right now, we have undergone meiosis, so we're in the process of doing that. And so you can see some stages where you have all 4 cells as a result of meiosis kind of tucked together with one another, and at some point these will separate into their respective microspores and then undergo mitosis, producing those pollen grains. So this part is called the pollen tetrad. That's what stage we're at, where each one of these is going to be a microspore. You can kind of see the microspore in the slide here, where we have, the 4 haploid cells with their nuclei inside. So I'll go ahead and add some color, and then we'll go over the ploidy level. Alright, so let's label the ploidy level. So the tapetum will be diploid. The pollen tetrads, each one of those cells in there is going to be haploid. The microspore itself will be haploid. And the anther is a mix depending on what stage you're at. So here we have both diploid and haploid together. The filament is diploid. So you could consider kind of this tissue in here to be the microsporangium, which would be diploid, and then this first cell layer as the microsporaphyll, which is also diploid.